Where's the camera? I guess those are the cameras here. So, yeah. We can thank Freddie for this. Teresa! You were at Brown?
Yeah, I have a non-teaching, unsalaried appointment there. I know, it's weird. They have a lot of us hangers on.
Oh, and you have your cute clothes. Look at her. All right.
Like your jacket, it's not yours, it's her jacket. It's on mine.
Oh, okay. I am going to. Penny, how are you? Great. I am mic'd. Don't tell the minister that I'm borrowing her microphone. So if I break into, and God said, no, okay, we're live. We're live. So welcome to the YouTube people, and welcome to people in person. It's small. Not everyone can be here tonight. And there are people, Freddie, does it say how many people are out there? 4? Okay, so we have 4 people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Freddie, this is Freddie Grande. And he is doing obviously all the tech, and it's all done now on iPhones. Here's the cameras. There's a microphone that I might turn toward you when we're singing some sections so that the YouTube people can get a little support. So we have to think about sound in a little different way. This is actually a wonderful way to continue to do choirs, to be able to do them both live and at home for safety, COVID safety. I would love to at some point take off my mask, or at least I'll drop it to show you maybe mouth shape, if you're comfortable with that. What I'm wearing is called a resonance mask, and it's supposed to not impede the resonance of my voice, but a microphone helps. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you want to say hello to each other briefly. I don't have name tags for everyone, but make sure you know the people's names around you. Great. And hello, YouTube people. Marcia in New York. For the YouTube people, there is a chat in the lower right-hand corner. If you want to chat something in, Freddie will answer the chat because I'm not going to be watching my computer. So, all right, let us stand, and we're going to stretch a little because our bodies are our instruments. I know we have not, some of us have not sung for many a long time. Feel the ribs, feel them sort of come apart. Great. And the other way. Very nice, very nice. Just kind of seat down in your pelvic area. Can you see me better here? Okay, so Freddie, I'll be up here most of the time. Great. Jog in place. Again, feel the weight of your pelvis. Great. And then you're going to lift out of the pelvis, but still feel the tug to earth. Tall, tall. Put your head over your heart over your pelvis, and feel into the earth. Very good. Let's do this. You're going to pull your, take one arm this way, and then turn down and sniff your pit, your armpit. Do you feel the stretch in your neck? Good. And straighten back up and up. Great. Other direction. And turn to sniff into the pit, and you feel this stretch back in the trapeziums and all. Good. Straighten. Good. Good. Roll shoulders and back. So we're starting with alignment. And then we're going to go to breathing. Breathing is, I like to say, the foundation of your building. So we're going to use the ribs. And this is, you can't see the bucket handles very well. But this is your sternum. This is your spine. Okay? So the ribs are going to go when we breathe, they're going to come together. So they're going to go. So the bones actually come together. So you're going to breathe, take a breath using your ribs. So you're going to feel like chicken wings up in here. And they're going to contract. They're going to get closer together. What that does is when they contract, the bottom expands. And what is attached all the way to on the bottom ribs? Diaphragm. Right. So diaphragm is an inhalatory muscle, and you access it. You're not going to feel it much, but you access it by contracting your ribs. So here we go. We're going to breathe in. And then when we breathe out, we're going to use a different set of muscles that contract, and it will cause the ribs to elongate. Okay? So I'm going to do this exercise. We're going to do it 3 times so that you get rid of all your air, because I don't want you to top off. We don't want brio, 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 but we're going to do brio, 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 brio. And your ribs are and your whole body is going to elongate on the exhale. Inhale, ribs together, and then elongate, ribs apart. Don't forget you're attached at the spine. Here we go. First of all, exhale. Good. Contract your ribs for the inhale and sing. Brio, 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 brio. Contract. Contract for the breath, elongate. Nice. Elongate. Elongate. Contract. Elongate. Beautiful. Contract. Very good. Now, if you're at home and you're sitting, you can still feel that sort of brio, 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 and just elongate out of your chair. Let's all sit down and try that because we sit a lot during rehearsals and we still need to stay aligned. So let's do it one more time. Bum. There's the pitch. Contract. Elongate. Elongate. More. More. Beautiful. And that's called support. Support is use of the lower muscles, primarily lower body muscles, to budget out that air. Fantastic. Good. Now let's move from our power source to the source of the sound. What is the source of our sound, everyone? The larynx, the vocal folds. So those are the strings. So here we go. We're going to find our strings, which are our vocal folds. First of all, I want you on a low note to go, wah, kind of stick out your tongue and do it right here. Try that. Do you feel the vibrations? Good, and I learned this from Susan Peterson, thank you. When she had that many months of coughing. And it's to get the vocal folds reactivated. It will not hurt you. You're not going to get nodes from doing wah. Try that again. Feel them? Very good. And then we're going to do, from on the word old, just slide up, just up. And what you're doing is your vocal folds are thick. So you're going to go, oh, and they get thin. So try that. And a lot of you can go just straight up one more time. And higher sopranos. Good. And then just straight up, just stop at the top, because we want to stay stretched. Now we're going to say stretched and come down, and they're going to contract and get shorter. And when they're short, we have low pitch. All right, start with the stretch. Very good, and that's your vocal folds stretching and contracting. Now let's do just some sirens on an NG, like sing, and you just go about and do whatever you want. Sing. You can make infinity signs. Go for it. Great. So now we're just warming up our vocal folds. Now we're going to do 3 onsets on the vocal folds. It's called glottal. Everyone please say, uh-oh. And really feel it here so you get used to, where are my vocal folds? If you can, find your Adam's apple. That's the front of the vocal folds. And then they're attached to these arytenoid cartilages in the back that tip and stretch. So, uh-oh. Very good. Would you give me a G, Jacqueline? So we're going to sing E, A, A, O, ooh. So just tap them together like uh-oh, and. Nice. Now we're going to do an aspirate onset. He, he, ha, ho, hoo. And an H is the only consonant that's done at the vocal fold level. So give that a go. And. Right, and don't sing too much. He, he, ha. We're just going to really work these guys. Now the third is called a smooth onset. He, he, ha. Preface it with a little air and pull the folds together. And. Nice. Yes, and we use that probably 80-90% in classical singing. Good. May we go up a half step? Good. Remember how you're sitting, head over your heart. In fact, do this for a second. Take a hymnal in front of you. No, I'm not going to make you do this. No, Marion the librarian, just now lean back just a titch. Keeping it level, put it behind your head and push your neck into it. Good, good. And just let that go, not stiffly, but notice how the head is back a little bit. Great, great. A little yoga thing this summer. Great. Learned something in Ohio. Okay, very good. This will start with glottal. Everyone say, uh-oh. Feel it? We need to get to know our vocal folds. Ready? And E, A. Good. Let's go back to that rib breathing one more time. And yes. Nice. That was a different sound. Could you tell? Then E, A, but E, A, O, O. Good. Let's do aspirate. That's the only place we make an H, the only consonant made from the vocal folds. And go. Very good. And then the last one is smooth. Preface it with a little bit of air because it's going to suck the vocal folds together. And go. But keep it separate. Right. These are called onsets. It's what happens to the vocal folds when you start. Very good. One more, up a half step. Ready? Glottal. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Find them, feel them, and go. Remember what that hymnal felt like behind you? Very good. And let's do smooth. Preface it with a little bit of air and nice. Yes, the pitch, the vocal folds know how to do the pitch. Great. And then the last one is aspirate. And go. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is I would like to do a little Alma Redemptoris Mater. That's not all our only warm-ups, but I want to see if we can start incorporating a little bit of the breathing and a little bit of that awareness of where the vocal folds are. No, I put it, it's in that. Yeah, that's okay. Good. So we're going to incorporate a little bit of that. So we can start an ah with a nice smooth onset with breath. But first, I'm going to play the piece so you can get an idea of what it sounds like. Isn't this fun, this technology? Oh, there it is. Okay. have some nice half chromatic scale. Half steps. Okay, Jacqueline is we're just going to do the first couple pages. So tonight it will be more like an introduction to all of the repertoire. Good, but let's sing a little bit of that very first couple pages at the beginning. Let's start with the alto. Alto's over here. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And just do it on an ah or la. 1, 2, and everyone can sing along. And all of you tubers can sing along. 1, 2, 3, 4. And tie. And let's do the words. Alma. Simple, simple. Good. Let's do that again. Remember where your vocal folds were? Ah. And keep that elongation, because that's going to be part of your support. 1, 2, breathe, contract. 3, 4, 1. Good. And you want to keep elongating. Alma. Can you all do that and really feel that elongation? 3, 4. Good, good. Keep your tongue high. Let's do that one more time. And go. Right, so we didn't talk about the tongue. We didn't get that far up in the building, but we will. Good. So while we're there, I want you to think of your tongue. The tip goes on the back bottom teeth, and I want you to think of that top of the tongue. You know how at dry cleaners they have that little rack that brings your clothes forward? Well, that's what's going to happen to your tongue. This is going to come forward, and then you're going to just pick your article of clothing off. Now, make sure there is a nasty part of the tongue. It's called the root. And we're going to just melt that root, because otherwise your dry cleaning is going to get pulled right smack back into the dry cleaning process. Keep it here and melt this. And the part of the problem with singing is we don't want hitchhikers. We want to separate the body parts. Try that. Put your tongue on that front rack. Melt this and elongate. 3, 4. Good. Do that again. Keep that tongue moving forward so that it doesn't get tight. Everyone put it to, let's say we have effort levels of up to 10. I want you to just keep moving that with an effort level of 3. So you're not going to go, oh. Otherwise, that's just tension. 3, 4. Yep, I'm still feeling, oh. You know why? The L. so put a nice ah in there and keep moving that beautiful silk blouse forward. Ready, go. Yes, now the pitch didn't drop. Oh, I did nothing. I didn't try and drop the pitch. My tongue went back. Oh, hear how the pitch changes? But not with a 5 or an 8 effort level. 2, 3, 2, 3. Try that again and go. Excellent. And you didn't go to the L. Can you do that with a little more heft right here? 3, 4. Yes. So much better. Did you hear? That's the projection. I didn't say, project. What are we going to do when we project? Oh! And our body goes forward. No, we're just using a little more muscle where we need it. Excellent. Soprano. Same pitch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good, and it goes up in pitch. Make that sure that tongue, effort level of 3, nice and soft. Melt the root. Again, everyone sing it. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Yes, yes. It's called support. Very good. Now let's put it together. Altos, you start. I don't know if, Freddie, can they hear this at all on YouTube, you think? Okay, great. Okay. Okay, with the altos beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. And. Good, and make sure that, so those altos, you have to go back down to that F. Right, do that again. Can you remember? Oh my gosh, how many things do we have to remember all at once? Oh my gosh, I just bought a picture of Durga, the Indian goddess, and she's got like 8 hands to remind you to do this, and then this, and then this. That's only 3. All right, here we go, same thing. 1, 2, oh, check that alignment. Start with the, let's blow out first so that you feel the contraction. 1, 2, breathe out and in. Sopranos. Keep going. Elongate. Yes, good. Now let's do it without the piano. Now, when you have your head down in your music, be very careful because you're scrunching the source. Keep your source free. 1, 2, altos, and great job. Now give me a little more beef in here. Say, hey. Hey, hey, you in the back. Hey. From here, everyone say, hey, you in the back. Hey, you in the back. Now it's not going to hurt you to add a little more meat there. That's called thick folds. We didn't talk about thick folds. We only talked about onset. Let's try that again. With a little thicker folds, altos. 1, 2, and ribs. 2, 3, 4. Thick folds. Yes, very good, very good. It could so easily fall in pitch. Very good. Let's do Days of Beauty. And we're going to just listen to it. Some of you know this. Please sing along if you know it. YouTube people, if you know it, you can sing any part you want, and it won't matter. Okay, Days of Beauty. So we're going in alphabetical order. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me just put this on here so we can hear it at home. When we did Zoom, I felt like nothing other than a DJ. I'm so glad to hear something back. Oh, it's fabulous. Thank you. I didn't really sign up for that one. Here we go. Days of Beauty. I hope so. Come on. Oh, let's try that one more time. Oh, turn that on. Okay. It was kind of fun to learn a new skill. You know, share screen and do YouTube, and then have Jacqueline from home and me from home, and it was fun. And then it's done. Remember this one? Sing along. Don't forget to breathe. Unison. Soprano start. Altos. On an ooh. Sopranos and one. Altos. On an ooh. Remembering a little bit? Let's do it again. Isn't it great? Good. Here we go. And Freddie, you can hear it? Great, thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Everyone give Freddie a hand. Not only are we doing the YouTube, but he's helping with, you know, the mics and all of this stuff that we can hear because of the masks. Thank you. And thank you, Jacqueline. Yes. So, and again, welcome back to all of you. I would love to do a Zoom, maybe just from home to say hi, because it was so much fun to see people's faces and their names and just chat. We don't need to try and do music, and then to see your homes and see what books you have behind or what you were or not wearing. And yes, your animals. Yes, that was so much fun. So it had its merits. And I know I take a class, a couple voice classes from Julia Nielsen It's called Kovo. And also from Kim Steinhauer, which is Estel. And it's so great because you have to, when you're working on your tongue, you're looking in your camera, and you can see or tension in the jaw. It's scary. So it works better than a mirror, I think. Days of Beauty, one more time. Oh, no, that's Deer Song, sorry. Oh, that's another one. Days of Beauty, one more time. And again, don't be afraid. Go to the breathing, add a little wah. It's kind of forward to back. There's your vocal folds. Wah, I'm so tired. Uh-oh, yeah, here they are. And then get your tongue out of the way. All right, Days of Beauty. Get this right. Okay, here we go. Ola, yelo, yelo. Exhale, inhale. Unison right here, unison. Split. Unison. Sopranos, altos. Down a step. F. First sopranos. Second sopranos. Altos. On an ooh. Sing out. Keep going. Keep the elongating, 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 and elongating. Very good. And we have, remember, we'll have parts, vocal parts. I'm pretty sure we did this one. I just have to find all the MP3s for the parts.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just stand and sing De Colores.
While you're standing, maybe take a little water break.
Thank you. Especially since we haven't sung in a long time, it's very, very good to stay dehydrated, stay hydrated. And especially with all the dust and the heat and all that. Okay. Okay. Yes, and thank you, Teresa, for reminding me. It's soprano ones at the far end, soprano twos here, and alto ones and alto twos. Okay. But this is unison, or altos if you want to make up some harmony underneath. Sopranos, if you want to put that harmony up on top, that's fine. So for this whole time, check your alignment. Remember that book behind you. Then use these For your breathing, remember your ribs are going to contract, so they go short. And then elongate. De colores se visten los. And you're going to elongate, elongate, elongate. If you want it louder, you elongate faster. De color. I don't go de, but I use my ribs and breath pressure. De colores. If you want it softer, you elongate slower. De colores, de colores. But you stay on the ribs. Is that anywhere near the right pitch? Probably not. Okay.
Pretty
Oh,
close.
well, good. I'm actually higher. Okay. Do you want me to play it with chords? How do you
If you
wanna-
want, sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Jacqueline can sing. I will play. Very good. So just think about, get Durga out there. Think about the ribs. Am I going to make this? I have to think about feedback because I've got a mic and there's a mic. So we're going to think about the ribs and the breathing and the alignment. Okay, that's about 3 hands right there. And then sing a little bit from that, uh-oh, 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 oh, yeah, here they are. And then hang that tongue up on that dry cleaning rack and keep it there, but not with a lot of effort. And melt the root of the tongue. Got it? All that? Good luck. Renee Fleming said you can explain singing in 10 minutes and it takes 10 years to learn how to do it. Okay, so here we go. And sing. Good, so we have a first ending, and that is on line, end of line 4, and we go. And then at the second time we go. And we have a little repeat there. Do you see the repeat? So at the very end there's a repeat sign. Well, yeah. At end of line 4 there's a repeat sign. You go to the beginning of line 4, and then you do the last ending. Here, I'll go get my music. So, how many people know this song? Okay. Okay. So, if you don't know it, sing it on a do-do-do or loo-loo-loo. But do-do, Ds are actually hard to sing. And as are Ls. They always say, okay, do something easy. Go, loo-loo-loo-loo-loo-loo. And everybody goes, loo-loo-loo-loo-loo-loo-loo. And Ls take 2 little Olympic leaps. Ooh, loo, loo, or la. It's actually 2 phonemes, and it's an Olympic feat. So, so everyone say de colores. And say it a little bit from here with that support. De colores se visten. Yes. Now, notice actors, professional actors, they engage this a little bit. They're not going like this in their mouth, de colores, but de colores se visten. Try that. De colores se visten. Yes. Los campos en la primavera. Los campos en la primavera. Cynthia, do you mind coming up and saying this for us? And I believe we can use this mic. Put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Say that again for us, and we'll follow you.
Okay. De colores. De colores se visten.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that again. De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.
And you go back and repeat that line.
Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to use that mic to sing it? Yeah. Here we go again. So I'll give you an intro. Now remember, you're breathing and
de colores se vistan los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir, y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí, y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.
great, great. And the one reason I included this is it is somewhat of a springtime song, but it was one of the favorite songs by the Cesar Chavez and the United Farm Workers. Right, very good. Let's do Deer Song, and this is about the Considering Matthew Shepard, which was it's a work written by Craig Hella Johnson, and it is about Matthew Shepard, who was, I believe, in Wyoming. He was killed. He's a young gay man, and he was murdered. And the sheriff said when she went to found Matthew, there was a deer sleeping by Matthew, keeping him company through the night. It's a terrible story, but boy, it just seems like these issues never go away, as we know. So let's do Deer Song. Sing along. Check your alignment. I will never let you just sing ever again. So, because I find the better your technique, the longer your vocal life will be. I hope. Here we go. Sing along. Everyone. The mist is over the mountain, the stars in their heavens upon the earth. The people are waiting on them, and roses are gathering there. And breathe. Elongate. Yes, and be courageous. Breathe and elongate. Here we go. Welcome, welcome. Sway your body. Excellent. Align. Everyone sing that bottom chorus. Breathe. My arms, my dearest, are waiting, and I'll need to be where I belong. Work this out. We'll work it out. Elongate. Everyone sing if you can. Tricky rhythm. 1, 2, 3. On 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Remember it at all? Yeah, good. We're going to do Hini Matov, and then we'll take a little announcement and just a little stretch. Of course, we haven't done a ton of singing, so I hope you're okay. So now this is a very, very famous choir. Coming right down this aisle in 2015. Remember it? Good. Now I want you to listen to the tone. To me, I think we will have a little different tone this year. It's a little mouthy. La, 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 la. You can hear it. And now we're going to source it. La, 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 la. Source it from the source. Bring your tongue high so that the vocal tract is clear. Let's do that again. I think it'll be kind of fun to see if you can change a little bit of the technique. Okay, let me just see if I can run that back. I'm going to run it back. Sorry, I'm going to just run it back. Here we go. Okay, see if I can start at the beginning. Okay. Okay. So I think we'll have better support. A little more from here. Little tongue out of the way. Sing along. now let's sing it live without the recording. We don't need this recording. So I will play, and Jacqueline, if you want to sing, great. And there is a cue sheet upside down on some of yours, sorry. But remember, we did it, I think we did it at Zellerbach. Just so that you don't need the music eventually. So here we go. So we all start unison. And then it does again. And then we just do the melody. Blah-dee-dee-blah, blah-dee-dee-blah, blah-dee-dee-blah. Bottom of the page. Altos. You do that twice. And go up. Now the altos have the melody. Sopranos, you have a descant. So I would like to start, pick up to page 2, the melody. We're just going to learn everyone sing the melody with a little bit of hey, hey, hey down here with a nice elongation of those ribs, always active, and that tongue hanging from the dry cleaning line. 1 and go. Good. Now without the piano and without Jacqueline. Ready? 1 and go. Good. Gam yachad, gam yachad. And it's just a little lip of your lips. Do that again, please. Hine. And I want you to do a rib dance. Hine matov. I also would like you to add little electrodes right around here. So you're going to go zzz, zzz. Hine matov unamayim. Again, the lower abs are part of your support system. When you breathe, you're just going to release your rectus abdominis. You're just going to release it. And then when you breathe out, I don't want you to pull this in, but just add a little electrodes. And the reason I think I am pretty accurate in this is if you go to the San Francisco Opera and those people have midriffs on, you never see or... So they have this kind of anchored, not tight, engaged. And you can use this instead and your ribs instead. Okay? So this is going to be released, somewhat anchored, but just put little electrodes. Ooh, 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 ooh. So try that when you're singing. One more time. Go with the support and go with a little bit of vocal fold. Ready? 1 and 2. Even more. Yes, much better. And you stayed on pitch. You stayed on pitch. Very good. Let's start from the beginning. And go. Good. Now let's just the altos, please. Bottom of page 2, measure 21. Sing out altos. Ready? Actually, you can leave off that he in the previous measure. Yahad, he, and start right on your he. Altos, 21, and go. Good. And then to the melody. Great, great. Sopranos, measure 29. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, you went right up and did great alignment. Here we go. Ready? Contract your ribs. Go. One, two. Do that again. Add a little bit of, remember that tongue is gently moving on that dry cleaning line. You can add what's called a J glide to keep it there. Yeah. But don't effort it. Just melt it there and melt the root of the tongue. Sopranos again, and breathe. Yes. J glide. Yes, and a J glide is like jubilate. It's a Y. But a Y in IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, is an U. So we want J glide. Yeah. You can feel it at the top of your tongue, not in the root. Yeah. Good. Let's start with, we're going to start with 21, and we're going to put it together. And watch your alignment. Remember that feeling of that hymnal on the back of your neck? 1 and 2. Good. Next section is unison, and it goes, you wait for 2 beats, 1 and 2. Sopranos go up, and then the altos you carry on. And again. Excellent. Top of the page, 4. Measure 37. 1 and breathe. Elongate. Altos. Very good, and now it's kind of the Hine Matov, but in a little bit of a round, and a key change, so you have to be very careful, sopranos. He, 1 and 2. Sorry. Good. Now, so altos, you come in later, right? You come in at measure 52. So here, let's do that again. Altos at 60. Stay there. Altos, would you do measure 60, please? 1 and ribs. And one more time. Don't forget to breathe and elongate and use those little electrodes around your waist. 3, 4. Yes. When you're on your breath, there's something so authentic about your sound. It's very exciting. Rather than Shevetahim, but Shevetahim. It's real authentic. And that's why listening to great singers of all genres, doesn't matter, it can be opera, it can be country, it can be anything. When they're on their breath and on their body, it's very moving. Very good. Now, let's do 59 sopranos. 1 and 2 and. On your breath. Good. Let's do that again. And keep that tongue off your vocal tract. Ready? 1 and. Good. Yes, and you can't see it in the mask. It's kind of hard to see. But when you go high, you can open, just drop your jaw and don't go, but you'll need more space. Yahad, and keep that tongue at the front of your mouth. Good, one more time. Let's do the last 2 measures. You'll need more space, but the tongue still stays high. Ready? Breathe. Good. Was that easier? Was that easier? It's been so long since we had to do those high notes. Good. Now we're going to start with 59 sopranos. Altos, you come in. And I know it's like, oh, this isn't terribly hard, but you know, you can take something simple and make it a wonderful vocal exercise and spend your time that way. Sopranos. 3, 1, 2, ready, sing. I'll just do that again. So let's get that B, sopranos. Ready, and. Yes. Good. And alto, let me hear you one more time. Ready? And go. Good. Now make sure. Shevetahim. Don't go to the him. That's your jaw shutting. Shevetahim. I'm still moving that tongue. Keep it here and keep moving it on that rack. Once more. And. Yes. He. And don't go to the M at all. He. Say he, he, he. He, he, he. Or maybe a little he, he, he. Because we'll modify it a little bit. Shevetahim. Like pit. And go. Good. And then use your ribs. And then Shevetahim gam yachad. And go. No, this one. By yourself. And. The upper one. The last 2 measures. And. Good. Now get a little more courageous down in here. Hey, yeah, we love this. Ready? Last 2 measures. And go. Yes, you need enough pressure on those vocal folds to come together. Otherwise, you're not going to Shevetahim. We need just enough pressure, not too much, not too little. Everyone last time, 59. Sopranos, ready, go. Together. Wow, wow, yes, 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 yes. Let's do the whole thing without Jacqueline, without the recording, and we'll turn this mic to the sopranos, okay? And I want it to be, you're going to sing all the way there, way in the back, and then this to the altos, and I want to hear, because we have to hear, the YouTube people have to hear you. Okay. All right, Freddie can turn this up. No, he's busy. Good. Sing all the way to the mic. Not with this, but with this. Okay. And. Breathe. Elongate. More altos. One, two. Align. Here we go. Good. All right. Good start. Good start. Remember it, sort of? Very good. And some of you are doing great, having never read it before. So that's one sort of in your back pocket. Done, done, done. Good. Now, just one more piece, and then just a little announcement from Jacqueline. In these hard times, we'll just sing it unison. And it starts, and if you want to just give us a D when you've got all that reset, thank you. And the thing with this is any little thing can be an exercise. We're not going to do, in these hard times, in these hard times. So keep your tongue here. Don't let it retract to the R, no pirates in here. We're going to sing it all the way straight through. And so we'll just do line 1. Ready? Line 1, and then line 2, line 3, line 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
In these hard times, there will always be singing, always be singing in these hard times. In these hard times, there will always be singing.
Good.
Always be singing in these hard times.
1, 2, 3, breathe. Line 2. Line 2.
Oh, I forgot how this goes.
Line 2.
All right.
Line 2. Yes, so we're going to go, wait for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, there will always be singing. Yes,
2, 3.
in these hard times.
That's it. 1.
Yes,
Elongate.
there will always be singing. Always be singing in these hard
Good.
times.
Now, singing the same pitch is one of the most difficult things because we're going to be good doing always be singing, and your tongue's going to go back and your body's going to just limp out. Always be singing in these hard times. And if you ever listen to Renee Fleming, I was always amazed. She will do an ending note and actually get louder. And then she'll decrescendo. But she almost always leans into the last note because she wants to stay anchored and exciting to the bitter end. So that's what we're going to do. Now we go to line 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
Energize.
there will always be singing. Yes, in these hard
To the
times.
end.
Yes, there will always be singing.
1, 2. Singing in these.
Hard times.
Yes, now this is a little trickier because now we have a yes, there will always be. And we have to make sure we get back up to that A. Yes, there will always be. Yes, there will always be. Keep it on the folds. And the last line. 1, 2, ribs, go.
Yes, there will always be singing. Yes, in these hard times.
Stay on the yeah.
Yes, there will always be always be singing in these
Rest. Hard times. Right, that little squiggly thing is a rest, so we'll stop. All right, very good. Now, let's just for the heck of it, let's sing it in 4 parts. Altos, 2s, would you take the bottom line? Alto 1s, take the third line. Sopranos 2, the second line, and you take the top line. So all together, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yes, there will always be singing. So let's get the first note established. So they start, notice, alto 2s on a D. In, that's your note. Yes. Now it's a little harder for you two, but you're all on the same note. Yes. Yes. So you start on that, both alto 1 and soprano 2. In these hard times, and you kind of have the melody. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. In these there will always be singing. Up. Always be singing in these hard times. And just circle the rest. Circle the rest. I can't tell you how often I have to number my counting. You'd think, what? I still have to do that? Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Rest, 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 rest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do that again. And belt it. Belt it. Because now belting is thicker vocal folds. Yes. Everyone say this, please. This is called stiff folds. Say, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Sing, I'm so tired. Not in the mouth. I'm so tired. Right here. Right. That's on your vocal folds. Now sing, thin folds. I'm not tired.
I'm not tired.
Yeah, and we use thin folds probably, again, 80% of the time. Now thick. I'm not tired. Yes, and you're going to need that for rise up, for all of the latter songs. Very good. Now, I want you to be a little on thicker folds, and let's start again. Ready? Yes, yes, there's your note. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There will always be singing. You got it, you got it. Careful, not hard times, hard times. Let's stand and do it without the piano, and I want you to thicken the folds to a little bit of effort of maybe, and thank you, Cora. So what Cora's doing is she's going to the bathroom. The bathroom, not to point it out, yeah. Just so you know, if you had forgotten, the bathroom's back there. Be careful of the chairs. Good. I want you to do not thickness of about 2. I want you to do a thickness of about maybe 6. But it doesn't mean you tighten things outside. It's inside. Maybe with a little more in these, elongate, longer and faster. Okay, here we go. Bum, bum, yes, yes. And we're making chords, so that we're stacking them up and making chords. Here we go. 1, 2, go.
In these hard times, there will always be singing.
More.
Always be singing in these hard times.
Chords.
In these hard times, there will always be singing.
Good.
Always be singing in these hard times.
Good. Do that again a little bit. Now I want you to thicker folds. Hey, way in here. All right. Use your ribs. Electrodes. Oh, 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 oh. You ready? 1, 2, 3. In these.
Hard times, there will always be singing.
Nice.
Always be singing in these hard times. In these hard times, there will always be singing. Always be singing in these hard times.
Nice. Are we on pitch? Yeah. Very good, because we're singing from here and we're singing with this. Very nice. Thank you. Jacqueline has a little announcement, and take a stretch or, announcements first.
Yes, so as you may remember from the past, I have taught some small group voice classes here prior to rehearsal. And so I'm thinking we'll give it a try. We would be meeting here, I believe, at 5:30 or 5:45. 5:30 or 5:45, we'll decide. And we'll end by 6:30. So if you're interested, there are a total of 10 weeks between that I would be doing it. We can break it into 2 groups of 5. And it's something that will help you get some personal attention on issues that you might want to ask me about or things that I can bring to you. We won't do anything new. We won't use new music, so you won't have to learn anything else. We'll use pieces from whatever we're doing in our repertoire. And we'll work on all the basics and review things that you may already know and introduce maybe some things that you don't. So if you'd like to do that, there is a fee for that, and you can sign up for this, and we can talk about it. If you'd like to sign up or talk to me about it after the rehearsal tonight, wonderful. If not, you can email me also, but I'd like to start next week. So thank you all for being here, and I hope that I'll see you more personally next week.
Great. We're going to do Le Dor Vador, and we are going to that L apostrophe. I'd like you to think of kind of like, say Goethe, please. Goethe. That's that O-E, le. Say that, please. Dor. So it's not door, but that open backward C is called an open O. Dor. Say awesome. Right. Le Dor Vador. Now, I've rewritten some of this, and it's not like what's on the recording, because I didn't feel like first of all, I thought the alto was kind of boring, and it went high, so I'm giving the altos a serious break. Okay, but we're going to listen to this, sing along as much as you can, however you, and yes, please feel free to move around. Often I don't take breaks and I forget to take breaks, so kind of a slave driver here. Feel free to, if you need to get up and walk around, if you need to go to the bathroom, go right ahead. But again, I just want to get through kind of everything so you know sort of what we're up to this term. Okay, here's Le Dor Vador. Solo opportunities. We can break it up. Lift every voice and sing. Same thing, we can pay attention to breathing, we can pay attention to tongue position, we can pay attention to our alignment, all of that good stuff. And I hope you all know this piece. Okay, here we go. And you two people, sing along. Ooh. breathe.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught
Ribs.
us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Very good. Let's go right on to Lift Thine Eyes. Some of you did this as part of the stitched together chorus, right? Let's stand for this. So you can feel your ribs. Don't forget your back is part of your ribs. Lift thine eyes, oh. So you can use your lift thine eyes, oh, lift thine eyes. And second sopranos. Good. Now we have some L's, and those are the worst because they push back on the root of the tongue. L goes, your tongue goes up. Jacqueline, would you do a little tongue exercise for us?
Sure, I'm going to stand here, so hopefully you don't mind. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay, so you've done this before, some of you. So, just, if you would, we're going to use this little guide here. Put your finger underneath your cheek, and then imagine you're just gently guiding your chin down and back. All right, just relax that space. Now, take your tongue to the top, roof of your mouth, the front, right behind, on the little ridge right behind your front teeth. I want you to put not the tip of your tongue, but the little soft bit just behind the tip of your tongue, right there. So that's your L spot.
It's called the alveolar ridge, upper teeth. You feel that little ridge on the gum, between your gum and teeth.
So now, I have a hair in my mouth. We are going to go from there to the bottom, back behind your bottom teeth. And same thing, you're not doing the point of your tongue, but your tongue is going to be gently curved behind your bottom teeth. So just do that top to bottom. Here we go. Top, and then bottom position is here. So little bit of my tongue is behind and touching my back teeth. It is not somewhere in space of my mouth. Now, tongues are really crazy animals, so they could slither around. You might be surprised at what your tongue is doing. So it's a great exercise to do in the mirror or on your Zoom. You can also do a Zoom meeting for yourself if you want to do the real thing. All right, so we're going to go top to bottom and top to bottom. All right, so let's do it 2 times. Here we go. And what you're not doing is anything with your jaw. All right, so I'm showing you my jaw because I want you to see. Don't do anything inside there if I can't see what you're doing. So feel it if you want. Touch it through your mask. Here we go, top to bottom. 3 times. Okay, now we're going to go top to bottom, inside the cheek, inside the other cheek. This is not where we're going to sing that. All right, but I want you to not go, It's to get some separation between your tongue and your jaw. So here we go, top to bottom, cheek to cheek. Here we go. And you can do your eyeballs too if you want to be crazy. Got it? So that's a little exercise to get your tongue going. So this is your la. La, 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 la. And when your tongue is back down, that's when you're singing. Ah, la, 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 la. And the better you get at that, the faster you can do la, 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 la.
And now we have le. So your tongue is even going to be higher than the ah. It's going to be almost to an e. Le.
I don't know if you can see that my tongue's got a curve in it. Sides of my tongue are touching my teeth inside. It's a little tricky. Got to get that tongue back down behind your teeth as much as you can. And the main thing is, if you connect with that, it's not somewhere in space and it's not down your throat. So if you get that to the front, you start getting a sense of something you can feel and you can practice yourself, and you get a sense of your own body awareness with your little tongue, then you'll be able to correct yourself when you're struggling. If you're having trouble with a note, check your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
So is it safe to say that when you're singing, you should have your tongue either on the top or the bottom?
Well, you're not going to sing up here really, except if you will sing through an L a little bit, la, because you want to put a little pitch. But mostly your tongue is going to be on the bottom, unless if you're singing a vowel. If you're making consonants, we have to do stuff. But the idea is your consonant is quick, and then your vowel is generally long. Right?
So that's home plate for vowels.
So this is my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
This is my tongue. So yes, in a way, what you're saying is correct. So basically, the whole extended line is going to be with the tongue out of the way.
And consonants can really interfere with those vowels, because the consonants, the tongue's doing weird stuff, and you go, oh wait, why is it still there? It has to go back down. Ah, l-ah, l-e, l-a, l-o, da-ah, da. There's 5 alveolar ridge, la, da, ta, na, ra. So they all go up, but they have to recover and come back down.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll do la, da, ta, na, ra next week.
Yeah.
So, but let's do, so we have lift thine eyes, oh, lift thine eyes. Here's another alveolar ridge, to the mountains, whence, and there's consonants, anyway, we'll go, sing it as if you can remember it. Now that you've got the tongue in order, go back to your breath and go back to singing on your vocal folds. 1 and 2 and.
Lift thine eyes, oh, lift thine eyes to the mountains, whence cometh
Second sopranos. Altos. Sopranos. Altos. Wait a minute, sopranos. Thy keeper, the, with a high tongue. Ready? 1 and ribs. Good. Everyone, contract your ribs. They're getting shorter. They're coming together. And then elongate. Go. Good. Right, and if you find yourself cracking, like, oh my God, I haven't sung in a gazillion years, go back to the breath, melt the root of the tongue. We're going to do the last 4 measures. We're going to actually last 1, 2, 3, 5 measures. We're going to do whence, and it starts with an H, that aspirate H, whence come. We're going to start with second sopranos and altos. And then first sopranos, ka. Remember, when you get high, you need to open a little more. Ka. Ready? So here's the alto and second soprano notes. They're the same. Okay, and then you split. And breathe. Now breathe again and elongate. Yes, keep that root melted for sopranos. I can tell you, 9 times out of 10, the cracking is because the tongue is going. Okay, nice. And we'll work on that. Let's go to the March of the Women. Now, this one I did not put on your music. Yes, get the toothbrush out. You may sit, but keep that alignment. What we're going to do is, and I'm sorry I didn't mark this on your scores, the first verse, we're not going to sing it straight through. The first verse, we're going to start on the first line. Shout, shout, up with your song. Cry with the wind, for the dawn is breaking. Stay on the first line. March, march, swing you along. Wide blows our banners and hope is waking. Okay, first verse is just going to be line 1. Page 2, measure 12. We're going to go to the second line for verse 1. So you're going to cross out the top line, and we're going to go strength with its beauty, life with its duty, hear the voice, oh glad is their word. All right, so you're going to cross out. Now,
Wait,
when
so we're going to jump back to the first line?
now at measure 16, we're jumping back to the first line, and you cross out the second line. You're going to cross out these beckon us on, but wait. Now you're going to jump to the second line and cross out thunder of freedom, the voice of the Lord. Okay, so listen again. First 2 pages, we're going to sing top line. Then you're going to cross out the second line of the first 2 pages. We're only going to do verse 1, 3, and 4. So just cross out your second line on those first 2 pages. Okay, and YouTubers can do that at home too. Okay, those first 2 pages, just cross out the second line totally. Now, measure 12. You're going to cross out now the top line. And we're going to start with strength with its beauty and go to measure 15. Cross out the top line in 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now in measure 16, for only 2 measures, you're going to cross out the second line. For only 2 measures, you're going to cross out these beckon us on. And stop right there. At measure 18, you're going to cross out the top line. So let's read through those words from the beginning, starting with measure 4. Ready? And shout, shout, up.
With your song, cry with the wind, for the dawn is breaking.
March.
March,
No R's. Swing.
you along. Wide blows our banner, and hope is waking.
Now you're going to go to strength and go. Strength with its beauty.
Life with its duty. Hear the voice, oh hear and obey.
Now go to the first verse. Loud.
And
And
Louder it swells.
second line.
Open your eyes to the blaze of day.
That's it. Very good. That's it. Good. We will work on that another time, but now let's go to O Virtus Sapientiae. And Jacqueline is going to do maybe just, let's just do the first line so you get the idea. Altos, this might be a little high for you, but see if you can just do a little soaring. Okay, take it away.
Sorry. Sorry, no, there's.
No
Let me try that
sharps.
again. Obviously, haven't looked at this for a little bit.
Now, when we get to that G, those two G's in a row, just kind of pulse them a little bit. Virtus. Pulse when you see a repeated. And the big notes are going to be stressed a little bit. Try that again. Good, and that's the only thing we're going to do on that. Now, we're going to do it in German Latin, so I want not a virtu, but just soften it a little bit to an F, virtus, and sapientiae. We're going to do a little German Latin, sapientiae, instead of tie, all right? So, now, altos, if it's too high for you, you can just do a nice E drone by and stay on an E, and we'll have that drone. So do whatever you want. All right, let's try that again. M. Yes, yes. And again. Oh, wait. Sorry, but I see this. Put that hymnal in the back of your head. Guess what? You might have to lift that heavy binder. Here we go. And use your ribs. And also this will crush your ribs. Oh, and you're going to want to go open for that high note. Keep your tongue toward the front of the dry cleaning rack. And. Yes, that's the idea. And chant is sort of follows the words, and Hildegard has this very typical rhythm, melodic things. She does a lot of soaring as opposed to the Gregorian chant, which is a little more staid. And she says, "Oh, strength of wisdom." So it's that flying. One last time, please. And I'll send out the link. It is on the listening link, but it's a really beautiful rendition. So try that again. M. Virtus Yes, and very often the chant goes, da, da, picks up speed, and then it slows down. And then it picks up speed, and then it goes down. And then we can also alternate. Some of the letters are cut off. But say in line 3, it's a little high. So sopranos, we can do that. And then as it gets lower, say in line 5, altos, you can take over, so we can kind of change off. And that's that idea. Great. Let's skip over. And we're going to just do the chords of Still I Rise. Yes, Still I Rise. And starting on page 2, Jacqueline, we're going to go to measure 7. And give us an E. I'm sorry, measure 5. I apologize. Okay, so altos, there's your note. There's your note. There's your note. And we're going to stack them up and put them together. It's still I, measure 5. Still I rise. Still I rise. So, and this is again where you can do a lot of really, still I rise. And would you give me an E again, please? There. Still I rise. Yes, still I rise. Altos, that's yours. Would you sing that? Ready and go. Good. And the rhythm is ti-ta, ta, ta, ti-ta, ta. Try that. Still I rise. Yes, still I rise. Good. And now go to your ribs. Still I rise. Yes, still. And really elongate. Don't forget the back. You've got ribs there too. Ready and go. Good. Now keep your tongue high and go. Good. Now the booger vowel is ra, ah. Still I roll. Still, everyone say cat. Notice how high your tongue is. Never go lower than cat. Still I rise. Yes. Everyone sing that. Everyone. And go.
Still I rise, yes, still I rise.
Yes, so we're never going to go beyond that cat. Cat. Not rise, cat.
And
Good.
It's also not rise. Still I rise, still I rise.
So we still have melt this, so, and you're not going to do this in your cheeks. Still I rise. You're going to have a cat tongue, but melt this. Ready? And go.
Still I rise.
Yes, much better. The back of your tongue is the front of your throat, so we can't have it be tight. Good. Seconds. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Good, and do that again. Ready, and go. Sopranos, and keep that tongue toward that front of that dry cleaner rack, and go. Still I rise. So there you've got that switch. Good. Give me a little more vocal folds for sopranos, and go. Good. And now take a breath and do that. Ready? Breathe. Yes. Now we're going to put it together. Bum, bum, bum. Ready and go. Excellent. Next page. Now we're going to go up. Watch the notes. 1, Just give the first pitches, just the first pitches. Ready and go. Excellent. Next measure 13. Ready and go. Yes, and then the next page. And it's like the second time, and go. Excellent. There you go. Just did a couple pages. Done. All right. Last piece, swing low, and then we'll call it a night. Let's just, let's sing it with a recording. I hate to because I think, well, that's not much better than Zoom, but we'll have the whole shoot and match here. This is the Swing Low medley. Okay. There we go. So sopranos, you have the melody. And you start and breathe.
Sweet, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Second medley, Deep River, altos. This is the third spiritual. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows but Jesus, Jesus. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Glory, hallelujah. Sometimes I look, sometimes I oh yes, sometimes I almost to the ground. Oh yes, sweet
All three now.
knows the child I see. Nobody knows but Jesus. Nobody knows the child I see. Our Lord is hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah. Coming for to carry me.
Okay, I think that's all we'll do. And don't forget, we have listening parts that we'll send out as soon as I find them in my MP3 somewhere. And we'll make a few more for the Alma and for the O Virtus Sapientiae. I've got a beautiful recording, and you can learn it from that since it's pretty much unison.
Do you want to do a little cool down?
Oh, a little cool down to get back on your speaking voice. Thank you. Yes, Marlies. Yes, they were in the repertoire. If you go to, there was an attachment that said all the listening. I'll resend them. Yeah, yep. Great. Cool down. It's important to get kind of back on your speaking voice. So let's just do a hum. Let's do moi, 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 moi. Yes, do you ever, after rehearsals, you can hardly speak? Well, you shouldn't be that way. So let's do wee oh wee oh wee oh wee oh wee.
Wee oh wee oh wee oh wee oh wee.
Yes. I love to sing.
I love to sing.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad you're here.
We're singing live.
We're singing live.
Good. So that's just to help you get back on those vocal folds that are a little more speaking. Well, thank you. And thank you, YouTubers. Thank you. Great. And thank you. And maybe, I'm not sure if we can do any Zoom now, Freddie, or no? Do you think we can do any of that? Okay. How would we do that?
While he's figuring that out, if you need to bring back registration or checks or music, if you've decided not to join or whatever, there's a few of you out there who have some paperwork for me. And if you want to sign up for my class, that's up here. So I have the music up here and the registration forms.
And Freddie, are we going to do it back there? Okay. Or is it's computer's not hooked up back there, right? Well, let's do it next week. And what happens at church, it's nice because people can pass by and wave to the people that are on Zoom. The people that are on YouTube have to go back to Zoom, though. So we'll figure it out next week. But thank you all, and thank you people that are Zoom, and thank you. It's so nice to have you here. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe. And don't forget, we love our masks. Yes, I did. Yes, this is the resonance mask. It's a little hot, because it's synthetic. I mean, they all are. But it's got this nice stave, and it supposedly doesn't, it's as good as a KN95. And it's not supposed to stop the sound. All right. Thank you. A pleasure.